a name on you like an anvil out of a Saturday morning cartoon. It's a name that you probably haven't heard in quite some time, like Hoobastank. No disrespect to Hoobastank. They had some bangers back in their day. But this is a name that you're gonna have to dust off the cobwebs for to try and remember who they are. The Island Boys. Back in late 2021, they went viral for this song, I'm an Island Boy, that one. They became the punching bag of the internet, the biggest clowns that were not afraid to just keep dancing for everyone to laugh at, throw tomatoes at, and shoot spitballs at. They were the biggest joke online for quite
And they look
a
like one
while.
as well.
And everyone already knew that their time in the limelight was limited, but I don't think anyone knew exactly how long it would last, or rather, how short it would be. Because just like Hans Gruber at the end of Die Hard, they fell off, and in a big way. And to clout goblins, that is a fate worse than death, because that attention is the most addictive drug in the world, and the Island Boys are some very strong addicts. They need attention more than they need air. They need attention
like a little
more than
fucking
their body
toddler.
needs water. It's like the most crucial nutrient in their diet. So when they
In a
stop getting
second.
that attention, they lost their goddamn minds. They went fucking wild. They tried everything to get back in the public eye. They tried YouTuber boxing. They tried starting drama with
They
other
tried
internet
boxing?
creators.
I did
They
not
tried
know- I didn't know
everything.
that-
They
I
even
didn't know
did
that.
military recruitment for a little while, which was
What?
a wild arc in the Island Boy saga. And none of it was enough to get people to talk about or laugh at them again. Man, what the fuck? So I just noticed that for the entire opening of this video, I had a booger stuck in my mustache.
I
just
noticed
hanging
that
on
as
for
well.
dear life
I
there.
noticed that as
I'm
well.
not
I
going
was
to redo any of this, so I'm just going to let it ride. But I'm very disappointed that none of you
I
stopped
was
me
so
to tell me
distracted
about
by
it,
it.
letting me just go on, continue making myself look like a fool.
He's a nice beard. I
loser
wish I
with
could grow
boogers
something
in
like
his
that, but I
beard.
can only just grow a
Yucky.
little
But anyway,
turd
the
beard.
Island Boys, they fell from grace just as quickly as they rose to popularity, and everyone forgot about them. The end, right? Wrong. Because in the Island Boys' desperation, at the deepest pits of the Shadow Realm to which they were banished to, they hatched one last nefarious idea in order to get people to talk about them again. Incest. I'm not exaggerating and I'm not lying either. The Island Boys are back
This
in
blew
the
my
public
mind.
eye
This
because
fucking blew my
they are
mind.
making out with each other, and just today announced that they're releasing an oral sex video with one of the brothers sucking the other brother's cock. If you didn't know, the Island Boys are
Oh no, please don't release that. My eyes don't want to. My eyes don't want to intake that fucking shit. Please, please no, please don't release that video, please. So for context, more context, these two spastics, they're related. They're twin brothers, and they're kissing each other. Again, twin brothers kissing each other. And apparently going to release a video of them having oral sex, which I don't know about you, but I usually skip that part in porn.
actually brothers. It's not like some kind of, stepmom porn genre thing, like fake incest thing. They are legitimately brothers, and their plan has been for the last like week or so, maybe a bit longer, to just keep making out with each other in videos and keep ramping up how sexual it gets from kissing all the way till now, where one of them's sucking the other's dick. I'd be willing to bet by the end of the week they'll be fucking each other on OnlyFans as well.
I won't be surprised.
I guess their strategy is to farm clout off incest enthusiasts. I don't know, but
Or be as disgusting as possible, get everyone to talk about you, and that's how you get clout. That's literally all you have to do. It's that easy.
they're over the moon
It's that easy. Just suck each other's dick. And put it online. That easy.
about being talked about again. They've been making tons of response videos, even going on streams and doing podcasts and interviews about it. So they've been fully back in their press tour grind, and they have been doing everything possible to milk all the juice out of this tit. They've been giving all the statements.
I think they're
Initially, they were
sucking
saying
out
that
something
they're
else.
both straight, and this is just a normal thing to do with
Yeah,
your
sure, go for
brother,
it.
which is a wild take. I can't imagine that that's a normal sibling activity. It shouldn't be.
Not
can't
for
picture
me.
a Thanksgiving
I hope
meal
not.
Where like your brother comes into town bringing some food, and you're like, man, food was fire. Come here, let me see that neck. And you start like sucking on his neck like a vampire or some shit. It's just not a normal thing, and I'm sure the Island Boys know that. They're just saying things to get people to keep talking about them. And then the following day, basically, one of the Island Boys went on a stream and came out as gay. And then after that, I actually saw some people come forward to say that the only reason people are
Curly
out gay
Whirly
is because
says,
the
hey
Island.
son, I've been really busy.
Oh yeah, actually, I'm gonna quickly mute TTS just for a brief moment, in that as well. How's it going, champ? How's it going?
Boys is because of homophobia, which I think is a delusional take. It's 2023. I don't have any problem with anyone being gay or anything at all. Most people in the world don't. This
You
is
can take
incest.
you can legally change your nationality. That's from what I heard. You can legally change your nationality, so I can identify as black if I want to.
That's a whole new ballgame. That's an entirely different planet. And their incest is driven by the desire to get attention from people that are finding it and being understandably perturbed by it because it gets them attention. And then it gets them talking. And then the Island Boys keep feeding that flame to keep the perpetual motion machine going. And obviously that gets even more people talking about them, which seems to be the only thing in the world they care about. And it's just so fascinating to me how people's minds can be so poisoned by internet attention to the point where it deteriorates in their brains so much that they will scratch at their neck desperately trying to think of a way to get that high.
Wait, clearly, I'll respond in a second. Hold on.
And conversation about them going again. And then they resort to something this degenerate. Like, oh, geez, most recent Instagram post only had 50 likes. All right, that's it. I'm going with the nuclear option. Bro, get out your meat and your iPhone. We got business to take care of. We're not being talked about enough. We're throwing the Hail Mary. Like, it blows my mind that we are at this point in society where these two people never should have been famous in the first place. They got famous because everyone was making fun of them. And
I'm pretty sure it's usually how most people get
the
famous.
most
Or some
important
people.
component of their existence. And when that 15 minutes of fame finally dried up, they didn't know what to do with themselves. They couldn't imagine going forward in life without it. So for the last almost 2 years, all they've done is try to do everything possible to get people to talk about them again. And it's culminated into this.
Anything
now,
for clicks, right?
where they're literally sucking their dicks because incest is alarming, obviously. And by alarming people, people will obviously start talking about it. And since people are talking about it, the Island Boys are happy. That's all that matters to them. They clearly don't care that it's negative attention. In fact, I don't think they've ever once in their life had positive attention, so this is an all too familiar feeling. All they know is negative
I don't think they ever
attention
did
and
have
being
positive
that clown in the
attention.
circus. It's so
Even in
fucking
school,
sad
I don't
what
think they've had,
people will
had
do
a
just
positive
for
attention.
attention. Like, this is disgusting stuff that they've resorted to now. They're no longer just cringe goofballs, you know, very silly goobers with some embarrassing shit and constantly making an absolute mockery out of themselves. They're no longer just on that cringe department. They've gone into a totally different realm here with all of the incest shit that they're putting out there. And
I don't think I've ever heard of like someone online like openly like saying, "Oh, I did incest and that," but like, oh my god, how do people go this far just for fucking like just some form of fame or some form of like clout? Like, I've heard some stupid shit people do for clout, but like this is unheard of. This is a whole chapter. There's a whole different dimension of just what the fuck.
I have a feeling that it's
so
only going
weird.
to continue to escalate. Eventually, people will stop talking about the incestuous island brothers here. And by eventually, I mean immediately. I think within the next couple days, people will stop talking about them altogether forever. Because now, there's nothing to laugh
When
at
this video
anymore.
come out?
It's just gross.
2 days
incest.
ago. Fuck.
So before the Island Boys had, you know, mainstream attention because it was something everyone could flip on, laugh at, dunk on them for, make fun of them for. It was cringy, it was silly. And even the Island Boys seemed to be in on the joke and laughing with everybody as the kings of cringe. They were all aboard the cringe train that left the
The
station. and
kings
they were
of
conductors.
cringe. That's the best thing I've heard all day.
Completely different. This is just two brothers slurping each other's wieners. That's not exactly a wacky thing that people are going to share around to like laugh at as some kind of like wholesome cringy thing. That's just something people are going to be like, no thanks. Don't really want to watch incest. So then most people.
Neither
just
do
turn
I.
it
That's
off and
not
forget
that's
about
not my
Bad
go-to
Boys Forever
personally.
Again,
I don't know about you guys, but that's not my
It's
go-to.
just such a crazy situation to be so
Usually it's Ronald
attention
McDonald.
hungry, so clout driven that you would resort to just filming incest porn with your brother to sell on OnlyFans. But yeah, anyway, that's really about it. So yeah.
Now you see, if this is where they're willing to go to. Now just imagine if say a week, 2 weeks from now, no one's talking about them. What's the next step? What's above incest? What's above incest? I don't want them to think about that. Nah, I'm good, thanks. I'm not thinking about that. Yeah, those two, they can get fucked. I don't care. They can get fucked. They can get fucked. Alright, so who wants I'm gonna get to you idiots. Sorry, I shouldn't call you guys that, man. You smart individuals. Alright, so Stark, check Snap. No. I noticed I got a phone call. I'm not answering that. I can guess who it's from. No. Why are you so salty? Because Stark is always salty. Curly, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I love you. What's your next step? You got a new job? What's your new job, dude? You're probably working for the FBI. Oh god, they're gonna fuck on the episode. Bro, I should totally do that with Chatsy, man. That'd be good. Autistic dumbasses. Yeah. That's our name. Check Snap, right? What do you want? What do you want? Man's on break. Let's see.